The tragic story of Natalia Nagovitsyna, a life devoted to the mountains.
Наташа, ответьте Южному.
На приеме.
Вам нужно спускаться. Наташа, погода портится. Скоро ночь.
Я не оставлю мужа. Он совсем беспомощный, я питье ему даю.
Значит, ваше решение ночевать рядом с ним?
Да.
Natalia Nagovitsyna was a remarkable Russian mountaineer whose life was defined by an unyielding passion for high-altitude climbing. Born on the 20th of August 1978 in a small village in Perm Russia, she grew up in a family of educators and developed a deep love for nature and adventure from an early age. Her story is one of resilience, love, profound loss, and ultimately, a fatal pursuit of her dreams on one of the world's most dangerous peaks. At 47 years old, Natalia perished on Pobeda Peak, also known as Victory Peak or Jengish Chokasu, in Kyrgyzstan in August 2025. After a devastating accident during what was meant to be her crowning achievement, completing the prestigious Snow Leopard Award by summiting all 5 7,000-meter peaks in the former Soviet Union. Early life and path to the mountains. Natalia Nagovitsyna grew up in the rural village of Chernaya Rechka, surrounded by forests and rivers. Her family instilled in her a sense of discipline and curiosity. Her grandparents and parents were teachers, and she often joined local hikes as a child, scaling steep cliffs and navigating wilderness adventures. Described by classmates as loyal, energetic, and calm in crises, Natalia excelled in school and later studied biogeosynology and nature protection at Perm State University in 1994. While working as a train conductor during university vacations, she met Sergei Nagovitsyna, a military officer in the rocket forces. They married in their third year of university and had a son, Mikhail, born around 1998. The family moved frequently due to Sergei's postings to Chita and Balabanovo before settling in Moscow in 2006. Natalia worked in IT logistics for the Federal Center for Informatization, while Sergei became an engineer after retiring from the army in 2012. The couple shared a love for sports, running marathons and trails together. Mountaineering entered their lives in 2016. Natalia initiated it, and they quickly progressed to high-altitude peaks. Her first 7,000-meter summit was Lenin Peak, 7,134 meters in 2017. She climbed with budget Bomge tours, low-cost, unguided expeditions, saving meticulously while paying off a mortgage. Natalia was known for her discipline, frugality, and quiet determination. She rarely complained and pushed through hardships. The 2021 tragedy on Khan Tengri, losing her husband. In 2021, Natalia and Sergei attempted Khan Tengri, 7,010 meters, one of the Snow Leopard peaks. They reached near the summit, but at around 6,900 meters, Sergei suffered a severe stroke due to high-altitude cerebral edema. He lost speech and mobility rapidly. Other climbers urged Natalia to descend alone for safety, promising help later, but she refused, famously saying, "I won't leave my husband."
Я не оставлю мужа. Он совсем беспомощный, я питье ему даю.
He is completely defenseless. She stayed through a brutal blizzard, insulating him, talking to him, and preventing him from freezing. In a 2022 documentary titled Stay with Khan Tengri, Tragedy in the Mountains, Natalia reflected, "If I leave, he will freeze." She feared disability more than death, as it would end her climbing life. Sergei intermittently regained consciousness but was beyond saving. On the second night, he unclipped his harness and fell to his death. His body was never recovered. Natalia descended alone, devastated. In 2022, she returned with climber Ruslan Kalunin to install a memorial plaque on the peak for Sergei. The experience forged deep bonds, including with Italian climber Luca Sinigaglia, who helped her descend in 2021. By 2023, Natalia had climbed Korzenievskaya Peak, 7,105 meters, and Ismoil Somoni Peak, formerly Communism Peak, 7,495 meters. Only Pobeda Peak remained for the Snow Leopard title. The fatal 2025 expedition to Pobeda Peak. Pobeda Peak, 7,439 meters, the highest in the Tian Shan range on the Kyrgyzstan-China border, is notoriously deadly, nicknamed the Man-Eater for its extreme weather, avalanches, exposed ridges, and high fatality rate higher than many 8,000-meter peaks. In August 2025, 7-year-old Natalia joined an independent budget team of 4. Herself, Russian Roman Mokrinsky, Italian Luca Sinigaglia, her friend from 2021, and German Günther Sigmund. Logistics were handled by Aksai Travel, but there was no professional guide. The team summited successfully amid deteriorating weather. On descent around August 12, at approximately 7,150 meters near Bird Rock, Natalia slipped and fractured her leg severely. Rumors suggest it was already weakened from a double fracture in May 2025 that she hadn't fully healed. Roman provided first aid, set up a tent, and descended for help. Luca and Günther, at lower camp, climbed back up with supplies, sleeping bag, stove, food, gas. They spent a night with her but couldn't carry her down. During their descent, Luca developed cerebral edema, confusion, and collapse and died in an ice cave at 6,900 meters. His body remains unfound in an unknown crevasse. Natalia was now alone, immobile in a damaged tent, facing 20 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius temperatures, hurricane winds, and no radio communication. Desperate rescue attempts, and the end. Rescue efforts were heroic but doomed. August 14th, Kyrgyz military helicopters attempted drops but crashed or turned back due to altitude and winds. One hard landing injured rescuers, spinal fractures, dislocations. Ground teams, including experienced climbers, reached lower altitudes but deemed ascent to Natalia impossible, estimating 0.1% survival chance and high risk to themselves. Drones on August 16 and 19 captured Natalia alive, waving weakly from her tent. A second team in late August focused on Luca's body but couldn't reach her. By August 27, a thermal imaging drone showed no signs of life. Operations were officially suspended due to worsening weather and risks. Natalia's son, Mikhail, publicly pleaded for continued efforts, insisting she was alive. Her sister, Yulia, sought high-level intervention. But the climbing community largely refused further risks, citing Natalia's independent choice and the peak's history, dozens of unrecovered bodies. Natalia was declared missing, presumed dead, in late August 2025. Her body remains on the mountain, likely unrecoverable until future seasons, if ever. Legacy and controversy. Natalia's story sparked debate. Admiration for her loyalty, staying with Sergei, and perseverance, versus criticism of fanaticism for climbing with an injured leg and pursuing the Snow Leopard at all costs. Some called her ambitious and obsessive. Others defended her passion as pure. She lived simply for the mountains, once saying, "I am not afraid to die." Her life reminds us of mountaineering's brutal reality: beauty, camaraderie, and irreversible loss. Natalia Nagovitsyna's devotion claimed both her husband and herself in the same unforgiving range 4 years apart. Rest in peace among the peaks she loved. If you're enjoying this video and want more content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell icon so you never miss an update. Your support means the world to us and helps the channel grow. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.